Good morning. We are in Exodus 12, verse 10. And ye shall let nothing of it remain until the morning, and that which remaineth of it until the morning ye shall burn with fire. Um, Verse 11. And thus shall ye eat it with your loins girded, and your shoes on your feet, and your staff in your hand, and ye shall eat it in haste. It is the Lord's Passover. Verse 12. For I will pass through the land of Egypt this night, and will smite all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, both man and beast, and against all the gods of Egypt I will execute judgment. I am the Lord. 13. And the blood shall be to you for a token upon the houses where ye are. And when I see the blood, I will pass over you, and the plague shall not be upon you to destroy you, when I smite the land of Egypt. "14. And this day shall be unto you for a memorial, and ye shall keep it a feast to the Lord throughout your generations. Ye shall keep it a feast by an ordinance forever." And they do, to this day. Okay. 15. 7 days shall ye eat unleavened bread. Even the first day ye shall put away leaven out of your houses, for whosoever eateth leavened bread from the first day until the 7th day, that soul shall be cut off from Israel. 16. And in the first day there shall be an holy convocation, and in the 7th day there shall be an holy convocation to you. No manner of work shall be done in them, save that which every man must eat, that only may be done of you. Okay. So the only work that they can do on those days is the work that needs to be done for the eating. Cleaning up dishes, preparing food, that kind of thing. There'll be no other work done. Okay. And that's significant because he's making it clear this is not just a memorial. We're going out of our way to make sure this is remembered only for this. Let's not let nothing drip into the sides of what this holiday means. No, we're making it sure it's known because of this. Because things change throughout the years and stuff like that. But no, we're making y'all know for sure that this is what it's for, the meal. And what does that mean? Okay. And you're going to be dressed up in haste like you're about to leave Egypt. You're really showing, you're really, really, really memorializing this in a fitting way that we can remember. Okay? You can't make this stuff up. Period. End of story. Have a nice day. You can't make this stuff up. 17. And ye shall observe the feast of unleavened bread, for in this selfsame day have I brought your armies out of the land of Egypt. Therefore shall ye observe this day in your generations by an ordinance forever. 18. In the first month, on the 14th day of the month at even, ye shall eat unleavened bread until the 1 and 20th day of the month at even. So it's a 7 day. Okay. 7 days shall there be no leaven found in your houses, for whosoever eateth that which is leavened, even that soul shall be cut off from the congregation of Israel, whether he be a stranger or born in the land. Now, y'all, leaven is a symbol of sin. It's basically yeast. It's going to make the bread rise up and be more filling and stuff. Whereas opposed, if you just cook it without leaven, it's just like a little flat, more dense. It's not a loaf of bread, it's just like a slab of bread. But the leaven blows it up. It's yeast. But it's a symbolic of sin. It's basically just a bunch of unnecessary stuff. Okay. So I don't think the leaven actually makes it more food. I just think it blows it up. I could be wrong, but it's a symbolic of sin. But as Christ being our Passover lamb, now the leaven is a symbol of being sinless, being cleaned up, being in the right state, so that we can have the blood on the doorpost, and we're following the full instruction of God. That's what a symbol is to me, and to most. All right. And ye, no. So leaven is a good thing to have. It makes the bread big. It feeds more people. I think, but God is calling for a sacrifice. God is saying, "Hey, stop! I want y'all not to have leaven in your house for a week." All this leading up, and it's not just for that. It's symbolic, and it's literal. Okay. So a quick recap for those of you who are just joining this today is that we're talking about the Passover lamb, which was symbolic of the final plague of Egypt, or one of the final plagues, where the angel, God is going to kill the firstborn with a plague. The angel of death is going to come through and kill the firstborn male of Egypt, I think, in one night. And God tells them, "Hey, make a feast, put the blood on the doorpost of the lamb." For one, it's a memorial that we're doing. Number two, it's going to keep y'all safe this night so that the angel doesn't come in and kill y'all's firstborn. Well, you might say to yourself, well, he's been protecting them this whole time. Why does he have to put a sign up this time? Why do they have to put a sign on the doorpost this time? Whereas the other plagues, they were spared. Why can't they just be spared this time? God's going to work in manifold ways. Okay, that's just what God decided to do. Okay, not to mention he's creating a memorial. Can't you see how smart he is? Can't you see how he's doing multiple things at one time? He's bringing them out of Egypt, for one. Okay. Number two, he's making a barbecue. He's been tailgating since day one, like I said. Number three, he's smiting Egypt and their foreign gods, whatever they're doing, fallen angels, whatever they are, whatever gods they have, they're not him, or they're not giving him the credit. Okay, they're smiting them. Okay, he's making himself known. Okay, he's ushering in the Christ. He's about to go kick some royal butt over here in Canaan, where they're headed to. He's about to do that because they got it coming too. Okay, he's bringing in the Christ. He's teaching us. He's got a video on Preach Facts, and he's establishing a religion, all with one thing: this Passover and this unleavened bread. All this stuff is creating a memorial. It's bringing them out. It's doing multiple things, and it's not finished. Christ is still going. Okay, we're still going. The world is still here. Okay, so everything is still in motion, but this is all an illustration to make himself known. Okay, among many other things. Did he have to make himself known? No. Did he choose to? Yes. Why? Because he's fair. That's not what kind of God God is. God is a God of being known. We didn't say how known you're going to be. All we know is that he's known. He came in the person of Jesus Christ. He's fully known. He was having conversations with people. He is fully known. He was doing good deeds. He was healing people. He had compassion, feeding people, telling us about salvation. He was a good dude to the uttermost. Okay? That is the character of God. We know personally God to a point where you could sit down and have a meal with him. This is God. And what would he do? He would wash your feet. He would be the humblest friend you ever had. He is the Father. He's your best friend. He's everything you'd ever want God to be. He's fair, he's firm, and he's compassionate. And merciful. And gracious. He's everything you would want God to be. Okay. So what we're doing right here is we're instituting. Let me just keep reading. For the Lord will pass. No. Then Moses 21 called for all the elders of Israel and said unto them, Draw out and take you a lamb according to your families, and kill the Passover. And ye shall take a bunch of hyssop and dip it in the blood that is in the basin. blood that is in the basin. No. No, and strike the lintel and the two side posts with the blood that is in the basin. And none of you shall go out at the door of his house until the morning. Yeah. Very, very detailed stuff. And the Lord will pass through. You can't make this stuff up. Who on earth is going to make, let's say that you're on the, you can't make this stuff up. Okay. Period. It doesn't just make any sense. It's obviously an explicit instruction that really happened. Okay. No one else would write something like this. It doesn't make any sense. Okay. That's how you know it's real. Real stuff happens. It's not always pretty. It's off the wall. It's random. Literally off the wall. Okay. On the doorpost. You can't make this stuff up. If you have any sense, you'll see that. And ye shall take 23. For the Lord will pass through and to smite the Egyptians, and when he seeth the blood upon the lintel and on the two side posts, and the Lord will pass over the door. No, the Lord will pass over the door, and will not suffer the destroyer to come in unto your houses to smite you. And ye shall observe this thing for an ordinance to thee and to thy sons forever. Just like the Christ, when the Christ was slain, same way it covers them here is like it covers us there. Not the same way, but like it. Okay, that's how that works. That's what this symbolizes. Okay, we were in a state that we couldn't get out on our own. Okay, there's no way they were going to get out of there from the Egyptians without either being killed, ran down. It just wasn't going to happen. Okay, they had to get pulled out of there by this. They had to. That was the only way. Just like with the Christ, that's the only way we're going to get out. Okay, so if you don't have the Christ and his blood, among other things, criteria, I guess, I'm not sure exactly how that works, but that's the principle. Okay. As you see, they had the unleavened bread too. There was some other stuff. There's other stuff involved too. I'm on to something now. They had the Feast of Unleavened Bread. They had other stuff other than just the blood on the doorpost. Don't ask me exactly how that works. I'm not the angel of death coming through. I don't even think it says that. The destroyer. I'm not the destroyer coming through to make the judgments on that call. How that works. Okay. Um. 24, and ye shall observe. Okay, 25. And it shall come to pass when ye be come to the land which the Lord will give you, according as he hath promised, that ye shall keep this service. And they do to this day. That's me saying that, to this day. So there's your proof. God was smart enough and wise enough to know that some of us with any sense would look at the tradition and say, hold on, this corroborates. In the Bible we have, however many thousand years before Christ. I don't know if this is 1400 years or 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 1,000 years or whatever this is before Christ. I'm going to guess and say 1400 years before Christ, maybe more. Whenever this happened, now you have a tradition today cooperating with this story. Hello, wake up and smell the truth. You have a tradition today that's following these guidelines that was implemented 1400 years or whatever, how long it was before Christ. Hey Siri, how long before Christ did the Passover take place?
Here's what I found.
I just want to see how off or accurate I am. I said 1400 years. When did the Exodus of Egypt happen? I said 1400 years. Let's see how much of a scholar I am. While that's loading, we'll keep going. Okay. Can't even get no dang internet to work. When did the Exodus of Egypt happen? While that's loading, we'll keep going. I don't know what's going on with that. I said 1400 years, between 1400 and 1600 years before Christ. We'll see. I'm pretty sure I'm dead on with that. But so whenever that happened, God was smart enough to give him a memorial so that when we here we are going on 2100 years, after Christ. And guess what? There's a blaring road sign corroborating evidence to what the Bible tells us. 3,000 years ago and some change. That's stupid. When did the Exodus of Egypt? When did the Exodus? So much for that. Hello? So much for good internet. I got bars. Anyway. Alright, so. Yeah. Ridiculous. Okay. So. I'm pretty sure it's 1400, 1600 years BC. Could be wrong. And the children of Israel went away. But my point, y'all, is that, and I'll never get done preaching on this. This is not just a story. You have corroborating evidence today that matches this. It's a real tradition still held today. So everybody who says, oh, it's not true, oh, yes, it is true. Now you can beat around that fact, but that's a fact. That's crazy. Okay, there we go. 13th century BC. Around I was pretty close. It says okay. 1400 BC or around 15. So I was dead on. Between 1400 and 1600 BC. All right, good job. So here we are that far away and we still have proof. I know I'm a scholar. All right. I turned off my Wi-Fi and my Bluetooth and then cut it back on. So moving on. But here we are. We're not just preaching some old book here. We have corroborating evidence of a real tradition held today. Let me look that up. What is the past? Is the Passover feast a real tradition? Anyway, I don't have time for this, but yeah, it is. No. My internet's not working. Yeah. Huh. I think it might be because of this Bluetooth speaker I got on here. But yes, it is a real tradition. So let's go. Sorry about that. I just like to do some fact checking within the service or the teaching here. Then ye shall say, it is the sacrifice of the Lord's Passover. No. And it shall come to pass, 26, when your children say unto you, what mean ye by this service? 27, that ye shall say, it is the sacrifice of the Lord's Passover. who passed over the houses who passed over the houses of the children of Israel in Egypt when he smote the Egyptians and delivered our houses. And the people bowed the head and worshipped. "28. And the children of Israel went away and did as the Lord had commanded Moses and Aaron, so did they. 29. And it came to pass that at midnight the Lord smote all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, from the firstborn of Pharaoh that sat on his throne unto the firstborn of the captive that was in the dungeon, and all the firstborn of cattle." You can't make this stuff up. Okay. "And Pharaoh rose up in the night, he and all his servants and all the Egyptians, and there was a great cry in Egypt." For there was not a house where there was not one dead. 31. And he called for Moses and Aaron by night and said, "Rise up and get you forth from among my people." "Both ye and the children of Israel, and go, serve the Lord as ye have said. Also take your flocks." Let's go, Falcons, by the way. Rise up. "Also take your flocks and your herds." 32. Exodus 12:32. "Take your flocks and your herds as ye have said, and be gone, and bless me also." What? Where'd that come from? Slide that in there, Pharaoh. That sounds like somebody who knows he's real. God's real. Hey, put a word in for me. You know? Yeah, you better ask for that. You know what time it is. Put a good word in for me. You know? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's like that. It's like that. Put a word in for me. It's like that. It's like that. Where'd that come from? Yeah, you can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up. If you have any sense, you know you could not make this stuff up. Why would Pharaoh say that? Some of these details are just so random. You cannot make this stuff up. And Pharaoh said, "Bless me also." You've been holding us back this whole time. Now you want a blessing? Come on, man. You can't make this stuff up. "33. What's happened is he knows God is real. At first he did. He said, "Who is your God that I should listen to him?" Okay. Now he's saying, "Bless me also." Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Facts. Everybody's gonna be saying that before it's over with. 33. And the Egyptians were urgent upon the people that they might send them out of the land in haste, for they said, "We will all be dead men." 34. And the people took their dough before it was leavened, their kneading troughs being bound up in their clothes upon their shoulders. And the children of Israel did according to the word of Moses, and they borrowed of the Egyptians jewels of silver and jewels of gold and raiment. And the Lord gave the people favor in the sight of the Egyptians, so that they lent unto them such things as they required, and they spoiled the Egyptians. So the Lord kind of almost put everybody, well, they're not under a spell, but he's basically giving them all cool stuff, because they know now the Lord is for real. Y'all better give these folks everything they're asking for. You already see what he can do. Just send these people away as graciously as you can, and if you get out of there with your teeth, if they leave and you're still alive, you'll be in good shape. That's what we're shooting for, as the Egyptians. We don't care about this gold. Take it. Go. Please have us in your best interest. We see what's going on. We know who your God is. We don't want no problems. Here's bless, 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 bless. Go, go, go. Please. Please go and bless. Oh, and Pharaoh said, oh, bless me too. Where'd that come from? Okay. You can't make this stuff up. Period. Period. Oh, I forgot y'all didn't have any common sense. Y'all can't judge fact from fiction. Let's just go watch our dang Netflix and brain rot. Okay. Absolutely no engagement whatsoever. I was watching a dude last night, one of my guys that I watch. He said reading is important. He said if you can't read a book in 30 days from front to back, and you're not learning, the mind isn't liquid, the mind isn't the brain needs to be, and the mind needs to be elastic. It needs to be learning, taking stuff in, focusing, stuff like that. Because if you're just sitting there vegging out for entertainment purposes only, and you have no type of task potential, then you're really doing nothing. You're losing at that point, and it's going to follow down through the generations. It's terrible. Okay, it's terrible. But he said if somebody can't read, he said reading is vital. If you can't sit and read a book in 30 days just because you set out to do that from front to back, and then you got some issues. He said reading is important just for the fact that keep you human, where you can actually focus on something. Because after that point, you're not even human anymore, I don't think. What are you? That's me saying that. If you can't sit there and read a book or focus on anything, you're not even human. You're definitely not stable or competent. And that goes for me, you, or anybody. Okay? Um, we will all be dead men. 33. 34. And the people took their dough before it was leavened. Okay, 37. In the 37, and the children of Israel journeyed from Ramses to Succoth. Real places. Okay. Archaeologists have verified this stuff. There's a little bit of controversy as far as when it happened, but they know it happened. Okay. It's either 1350 or 1550 or something like that. But it happened. Okay. And the Lord I'm just trying to put the pieces together for y'all. That's what we're doing here. It really happened. We really have a Passover feast. What does that mean for us? Let's see the whole Christ for what he is. That's what we're doing here. Okay. We're doing our homework. Okay. About 600,000 on foot were men, beside children. 600,000. 600,000 people came out of Egypt. I don't know if these numbers are accurate, but it was a dang lot. Let me make sure I read that right. And the children of Israel journeyed from Ramses to Succoth, about 600,000 on foot that were men. I can see why Pharaoh was so pissed. He's got a whole workforce in their armies. It's going to completely flip his empire upside down when they leave. No more workforce, no more nothing. You know, they're the bloodline. They're the blood. The word I'm looking for. They're the heartbeat of their culture. They're the one doing everything for them, I think. So I can see why he didn't want to let them go. So we'll see. Oh, good morning. And a mixed multitude, 38. And a mixed multitude went up also with them, in flocks and herds, even very much cattle. Okay. 39. And they baked unleavened cakes of the dough which they brought forth out of Egypt, for it was not leavened, because they were thrust out of Egypt, and could not tarry. That means to wait around, procrastinate, or just chill. They weren't chilling, they were on the move. They were on the way out in a hurry. Neither had they prepared for themselves any victual. Let's look up here on that. 12. $39. This is a long chapter. We're not going to finish this today, I don't think. 12:39. We might. Any provisions. 39, it says, and they baked unleavened cakes of the dough that they had brought out of Egypt, for it was not leavened, because they were thrust out of Egypt and could not wait. nor had they prepared any provisions for themselves. Now, this is big, y'all, because here you have 600,000 people, men. That's a lot of people. They're all coming out. This is the biggest drama we've seen. God is hands-on. He just did 10 plagues. We're coming out of Egypt. I'm excited. I mean, I hate that they had to go through that stress, but it's not like I'm enjoying their stress or anything like that. I'm just saying this is quite a thing now we're rolling into. We're really storytelling at this point. Not storytelling, but you know what I'm saying. All right, so we're going. Let's see if we can finish this. This is big. We haven't seen action like this yet. We're literally about to go out and have the tent, a meeting. We're about to have manna from the sky. We're about to have the Ark of the Covenant. We're about to get the 10 Commandments. We're about to do a lot. Okay, this is big. And guess what? This is your story. We're leading up to you. This is a real world history. These guys coming down from Noah are your forefathers. Everybody in the world came from the Ark of the Covenant, came from the Noah's Ark. This is your story. Yeah, this is your story. So we're reading your story here. And it goes into the future. Forever and ever. And your fate. Or your destiny. Whatever you want to call it. Everything's right here, and that's what we're doing. Okay? I might try to read this through. Let's see. I think I'm going to read this through if I can. Let's see. Now the sojourning of the children of Israel now dwelt in Egypt was 430 years. They were in Egypt for 430 years and they became 600,000. I think it was only like less than 40. I think it was less than 40 people. Men. No, I think it was like less than 30. I think it was like 33 people that came into Egypt with Jacob, who is of course Israel. They came into Egypt. I think it was less than 50 people. I know it was less than 100. Counting children and everything like that. I want to say it was 33 people or 66. It was something like that. But it was less than 100 people that went in. And now we got 600,000. And they were there 430 years. So they're getting busy too. Okay. At 41, and it came to pass at the end of the 430 years, even the self same day it came to pass, that all the hosts of the Lord went out from the land of Egypt. 42. It is a night to be much observed unto the Lord for bringing them out from the land of Egypt. This is that night of the Lord to be observed of all the children of Israel in the generations. 43. And the Lord said unto Moses and Aaron, this is the ordinance of the Passover. There shall no stranger eat thereof. 44. But every man's servant that is bought for money, when thou hast circumcised him, then he shall eat thereof. 45. A foreigner and an hired servant shall not eat thereof. 46. And the house, in one house shall it be eaten. Thou shalt not carry forth out aught of the flesh abroad out of the house, neither shall ye break a bone thereof. Thank you. That's the Christ. No, none of his bones were broken. That was pointed out. Whereas the other guys on the crosses were, because that was how they tested to see if you was alive. Okay, because they had to make sure you were dead, to make sure it was a completed mission. By crucifying you on the cross, they would break a bone to make sure that you were dead. I'm pretty sure. So, but yeah, he didn't have a bone broken. That's part of the prophecy. And that's stated clearly in the New Testament that none of his bones were broken. Okay. So that's prophecy right there. Okay. Because they tried, no bones were broken. I think they were about to go break his leg and the earth shook and it stopped it. No, I'm pretty sure they were about to break a bone and then the earth shook to stop that. And they just gave up. Oh, no. Okay. 47. All the congregation of Israel shall keep it. And they said, y'all, when they eat the meal, don't take the flesh out of the house. No, you cook it and don't carry it around. No, look at this. No, you just eat it in the house and that's it. Don't take it out. Very specific. You can't make this stuff up. If you have any sense, you'll say, hold on, this isn't made up. These are real instructions. But no, people don't have any sense. You can't see that anymore. I can see that this isn't made up. Just the details. Just the randomness, the details. You can't make this stuff up. There's no motive for making it up. It doesn't make any sense. No, it's not made up. It's really happening. Thank you. Thank you. Have a nice day. Preach facts. That's what we do here. Okay? I think we're going to finish this. And all the congregation of Israel. And when a stranger shall sojourn with thee, and will keep the Passover to the Lord, let all his males be circumcised, and then let him come near and keep it, and he shall be as one that is born in the land, for no uncircumcised person shall eat thereof. One law shall be to him that is homeborn, and unto the stranger that sojourneth among you. Thus did all the children of Israel, as the Lord commanded Moses and Aaron, so did they. And it came to pass the selfsame day that the Lord did bring the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt by their armies. We're on YouTube at Preach Facts. We're on TikTok at Preach Facts 7. We did number 12. There's some stuff right there, some juicy stuff right there. He's saying there's no different laws. If you got a stranger, he's got to literally become a part of your culture in order to take part in this feast. If he's not circumcised, then he can't have the feast. He can't take part. And there's a lot of symbolism around that, but we're done for the day. Y'all have a good day.